So you're not going to believe this. I figured out the 3 tips to help senior golfers hit the ball farther, higher, and straighter with their irons and their woods, if you can believe this. This is amazing. So thank you for joining me. My name is Jess Frank. I am a PGA teaching professional here at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And I've got 3 tips for those senior golfers, for those older golfers who are struggling to create good contact and consistency. And as you get older, you lose distance. And I believe it comes from a couple things that we're going to discuss today that will help you hit both your irons and woods farther, higher, straighter, create some more speed, hit the ball farther, and it'll be really, really good for you. So the first thing what we're going to talk about is that when a senior golfer comes to me, is that they're usually swinging and staying flexed over. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by staying flexed over? So when you set up to the ball, you set up in an incline tilt to the ball because the ball's on the turf, so you're hitting the ball on the ground. The problem is that most senior golfers have been told to stay down, keep your head down, don't lift up. And so what happens is that when you do that, your body stays down to the ground as you turn back and forth, okay? And so what you missed right there, and a big part of this is 2 words, is extending and tilting. So extending would be if I just went from here and I stood straight up. That'd be extending. Tilting would be tilting to the left, tilting to the right, okay? So those are 2 major keys right there, 2 tips of extending and tilting your body that will help you, number 1, add power because you're adding a lever system when you're tilting, okay? So this is 1, this is tilting back and forth. So you can see how it works as a lever back and forth. So if you just turn your shoulders level and stay pointed to the ground, you'll never get a tilt. You'll never get that, what I like to call a catapult effect. It's almost like you're going left, boom, like this. So you're going left, right. So when you do that, if you learn how to tilt correctly, and I'll show you from down the line. So if I tilt to the left, tilt to the right, that creates a huge catapult. So what happens is that that's a major, major lever, often overlooked by golf's regular players because they're told to stay down. They're told to keep their head down. They're told to not move. And so what happens is that they start to move this way. Okay, then extending. Okay, if you remember back to Michael Jordan, who I grew up with, if he was ever to dunk a golf ball, or sorry, dunk a basketball, dunk a golf ball, but dunk a basketball, he would never dunk a basketball here, like this, like this. So I see a lot of senior golfers when they play, is that their arms start to creep in, and a lot of that is from turning and staying flexed over this way here. So their arms move right in here to their body. So their right elbow stays pulled in for a right-handed golfer, and then they stay over here and their right elbow gets pulled in. So if you would imagine Michael Jordan going in for a dunk, he's pulled his arm back. He's pulled his arm back here, okay? He's flying through the air, fully extended, like that. You'd never see Jordan flying through the air like this and try to dunk a basketball. He's fully extended. Here's another example, football fan. If you're, not to say you have to be a Tom Brady fan, but Tom Brady would never throw a football from in here and get any yardage on it. He would be back here. A baseball player is going to throw from back here, fully extended. And watch what happens when I do that. I go fully extended, but I'm going forward. I'm not turning and trying to throw a ball from over here. So those are 2 examples, 2 tips right away that can help you get more yardage immediately. Learning how to tilt your body, learning how to extend your body, okay? So we're gonna go from our side tilt to the ball, and then as we swing back, you can see how my body starts to extend, okay? So now my left arm has way more range of motion. I'm not staying flexed over and my arms are pulling in. So those are 2 words of extending and tilting your body that can really help you. And 2 examples, or 3 examples of how the right arm starts to work and create speed. So you know, like I said, most senior golfers, you know, you've been working at a desk for really long, so you're kind of bent over this way. So if you're typing on a computer, tilted this way, okay? So those are two, extend and tilt. Now this is the third tip that I hear people get this wrong all the time. And it's talking about the head. Everybody says keep the head still, okay? So the head doesn't stay still, it stays centered because you're not turning in flexion. Anytime you extend and tilt, it keeps the head centered. But your head also extends, tilts, and turns. So your head does not stay in one static place, try to keep your head down, and you try to swing through. So these are three huge tips: extending, tilting, and then using your neck. So one of my greatest tips for golfers, and this is a lot of golfers, but usually senior golfers, because they're usually told to keep their head down, is that when you swing back to the ball, when you swing back in your backswing, I want you to take your left ear and listen to the golf ball. So when you swing back, here's a golf ball down at the bottom here. So I'm tilted to the ball. So when you swing back, I want you to turn your head and listen to the golf ball. Okay? Just don't even have to take the backswing yet. Listen to the golf ball. So you can see where you end up. You end up in a really good extended, tilted position, okay? So that's something that I think would really help you. So if you listen to the golf ball with your left ear going back and listen to the golf ball with your right ear going through, now your head's not staying still. Now it's extending, tilting, and turning. So you are going to benefit from doing these things, these drills. So here's a right-handed drill that I love to use. So if I go here, if I just take my right hand on the club, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my right arm straight, and I'm gonna take this club and I'm gonna swing it back behind me so you can see how much width I get here. I'm tilted, hips, knees have changed flex, tilted to the ball. So now if I put all that together, extending, tilting, and letting my left ear listen to the ball, extending, tilting, left ear to listening to the ball, I can hit that ball pretty easy. And you know what happens is that you start to feel a sense of freedom. And I love that word in the golf swing. So mechanics create freedom. You're not just trying to swing all over the place like your arms are like, loose water hoses. You're creating a structured pattern that's going to help you extend and tilt, okay? And you're going to be able to extend and tilt and listen to the golf ball and hit the ball really far and high. And it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. So take your time with that. So again, right arm swinging back. So you can see I'm tilted, my body's extended. I'm not ever flexed over here because I can't move my arms when I'm flexed over and my head moves over my right foot. So I'm extending, tilting, turning. And I've got a lot of width here with my right arm, you can see that. And I know the left arm's gonna be on there, but look at the range of motion you get here now with the left arm. Look at the amount of freedom that you can swing your left arm with. Tons of freedom, tons of room. You're gonna keep a lot of good structure in your arms too. So these are 3 golf tips for senior golfers, for older golfers who are struggling out there. It's gonna make the game a lot easier for you. You're gonna hit the ball higher, farther, more solid, and we're gonna take a look at that again. So again, I love this drill. I use it with a lot of my students. They go back here so you can see the width here. Extend, tilt, and turn, listen to the golf ball. Extend, tilt, and turn, listen to the golf ball. So you can see is that I'm listening to the golf ball with the left ear. And I'll tell you what, that swing felt really easy that I could take that to the course immediately. Like I could go out to the golf course right now, keep that same feel, and I know I could play well. So these are 3 tips that can help you. If you really like these tips, please subscribe to my channel. By subscribing to my channel helps me grow it, helps me bring you more content, And I'm just, it's free to subscribe, doesn't cost anything. Turn on your notifications, and also comment, please comment down there so I know that I can get back to you and answer any of your questions. I try to do my best on that. So for sure, again, thank you so much for watching. Also, if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area or the South Florida area, please check out my good friend Ara's dry cleaning, A&T Dry Cleaning. You can see the link in his website below. He will bring you your clothes, dry cleaning delivery. So it's really, really an awesome system. He's a great guy and a great business. I like to support local business here in South Florida. So thanks again. We'll see you soon.